me opportunity to welcome our organizing chairman of this conference, Dr. Pradeep Bhaumik, and a very young, dynamic organizing secretary, Dr. D.P. Chakravarti, who has organized this successful conference of IACM. I also welcome our honorary secretary, a very dedicated person, Dr. Suresh Kushwaha, who is present here. Delegates who are attending this conference, faculties who have come from various parts of the country, and thank you so much for sparing your valuable time to update all of us in this conference. Members of press, media, pharma, my friends, today we are witnessing the 29th annual conference of IACM in this beautiful auditorium of International Indoor Exhibition Center, Agartala. Friends, we all know that dynamic field like healthcare, where learning never stops, it has become almost a challenge for a practicing physician to keep abreast with the rapidly advancing knowledge and professional skills. Such conferences like this are the appropriate platform to provide all of us a great opportunity to learn, to get trained and update yourself by interacting and sharing knowledge with the eminent faculty of great repute. The academic update which we get is reliable, authentic, and is a ready source of knowledge which comes in a very short period. At the end of the day, the knowledge which we get from these conferences ultimately benefices our patients, our society. I compliment and congratulate the entire organizing team of IAMCON 2023 under the leadership of Dr. Pradeep Bhaumik and Dr. D.P. Chakravarti, who worked tirelessly day and night to make this conference a great success. I also congratulate the incoming president of IACM and the scientific chairman, Dr. H.S. Pathak, who has prepared a very educative and meaningful scientific program which will be of great benefit to the delegates attending this conference. Friends, in year 1942, 4 visionary leaders and stalwarts of medical fraternity, including Dr. P.K. Wald, Dr. M.C. Gupta, Dr. M.M. Singh, Dr. Hajra, with Dr. A.K. Gupta collected in Agra, and thought of to form an association with the idea to revive the dying art of clinical medicine, and with their initiation, Association of Physicians, Association of Clinical Medicine was born, and we all feel proud to witness this 30 years glorious journey of IACM. Friends, we all know that art of medicine is declining because of the fast and rapid advancement in the technology, to the extent of now new development of artificial intelligence, which has become a big threat for clinical medicine and physical examination. We all know that technology is invaluable to our profession, but it cannot replace the healing touch of a physician's hand to palpate the pulse, to see a tender point in the abdomen, which creates a sense of care, comfort, and feel of kindness and confidence by the patient. IACM is probably the only academic association in the country which is struggling very hard to save the art of clinical medicine, and succeeded to a great extent in restoring it, but we have a very long way to go and to revive this art of clinical medicine in our profession. Each one of us should think what can we do in this direction to save this art of clinical medicine. Today, if we make sure and decide that each existing life member of IACM makes only one new life member, we can just double the number of life members in 1 year. Let us keep this year as a new membership drive year, and every one of us should try hard to make new members, new city branches, new state chapters, and this way we can make this association very strong. In the last, I extend my heartfelt sincere thanks and gratitude to all members of IACM, especially members of the governing body who have supported me and guided me at every step during my tenure as a president. I am sure that the incoming president, Dr. Pathak, who is very dynamic and visionary leader, will take this association to a great height. I also take this opportunity to extend my sincere thanks to a very young and dynamic neurophysician of the country of great repute and member governing body, Dr. M.P. Singh, who has put his best efforts in conducting a very successful online CME programs which we started this year. These online CME programs have become very popular and successful in disseminating the knowledge to each and everyone in the country. I hope that Dr. Pathak will also continue these CME programs in future to disseminate the knowledge to every clinician. In the last, I wish a great success to the conference. Thank you very much. Jai IACM, Jai Hind.
Now, I'd like to request National President of IACM, Dr. K.K. Parikh, to do the honor of change of caller. Ladies and gentlemen, I request you to give a great round of applause for this memorable moment. Now, I'd like to request President-elect and Chairman of Scientific Committee, Dr. H.S. Pathak, to share his valuable words, sir.
Good evening. Honorable Chief Minister, Professor Dr. Manik Saha, the teacher of teachers, Professor Sukuma Mukherjee, from whom we have learned the art of clinical medicine, and as a medical teacher and professor in medicine, we still now followed his clinical practices and teachings. Professor M.M. Singh, who has seen me in younger days when I was a grassroots worker of IACM in different clinical medicine conferences. President Dr. K.K. Parikh, Respected Secretary Dr. Suresh Kushwaha, the dynamic organizing chairperson Dr. Pradeep Bhaumik, and very dynamic organizing secretary Devaprasad Chakraborty, and Dr. Subhash Chandra Gupta, who is the immediate past president. At the today it is a later day in the history of IACM because a chief minister from a medical profession has inaugurated and has been the chief guest of today's program. At the outset, let me thank the members of the Indian Association of Clinical Medicine for bestowing their faith on me and allowing me the privilege of leading this association in the year 2023-24. I bring you greetings and sweetness from Kolkata and welcome all of you in the 29th Annual National Conference of the Association. I am honestly overwhelmed at the exotic arrangements here at Agartala, and I have no words to thank the organizing team for their efforts and enthusiasm. Recently, there is a word going on, dying art of clinical medicine, but I think it will never die, because somebody may be a cardiologist, somebody may be a neurologist, and from any branch of medicine, but clinical medicine is the mother of all specialties and super specialties. To make a clinical diagnosis is really satisfying for the physician as well as patients will be thankful because they will tell others that some physicians, some clinicians has made my diagnosis just by asking me some questions and examining me. Today, there is much advancement in the investigational sides, but to make a clinical diagnosis will narrow down the investigations, will reduce the cost of the patients and also burden on the government and the society. So, clinical medicine will be always there, but we want to promote at all levels, and for that onus and responsibility lies on medical preachers to infuse the spirit of clinical medicine in younger generation. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall not take much of your time, but I will be failing in my duty if I do not thank the constant support I received from the IACM headquarters at Agra, Dr. Suresh Kushwaha, Professor A.K. Gupta, and Dr. K.K. Parikh. Now, I also thank the organizing team here at Agartala because there is a huge exotic arrangement, and for your information, there had been about 400 delegates, doctor delegates who have been registered, and more than 100 postgraduate students have participated in different paper presentations. So, at the last, I will say that our clinical diagnosis will guide the investigations, and not investigations will guide us. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I'd like to request our chief guest, Honorable Chief Minister of Tripura, Professor Dr. Manik Shah, to do the honor of releasing of Clinical Medicine Update Book. Sir. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request our guest of honor, past President of IACM, Professor Sukumar Mukherjee, to do the honor of releasing of souvenir, sir. I'd like to request our guest of honor, past president of IACM and EPL, Professor Sukumar Mukherjee, to enlighten us with his valuable words, sir.
Good evening, Shubho Sandhya. Honorable Chief Minister, Professor Dr. Manik Shah, immediate past President Dr. Parikh, current President Dr. Harishankar Pathak, past President Dr. Subhash Gupta, Dr. Devaprasad Chakraborty, Dr. Jaswa Sukhwa, and Dr. Goswami, and esteemed audience. I take it a great privilege, honor to be here, to be invited as a guest of honor, and I thank the organizing committee for giving me the Lifetime Award on behalf of the Indian Association of Clinical Medicine. Down the memory lane, Indian Association of Clinical Medicine was a brainchild of Professor Bhimsi Gupta. In the year 1992 and 93, when I was the president of API, actually we had conceptualized this at Agra with the kind help of the people like Professor N.C. Gupta, Professor Ohal, Professor M.M. Singh, and Dr. A.K. Gupta, and many others who thought that in the era of technology, booming robotic surgery, organ transplantation, there is possibly a lackadaisical attitude of the younger generation of doctor on the bedside medicine or clinical medicine. And this is an opportunity to revive this, and this is the singular organization in our country which deals with the clinical medicine at the mainstream. We have got many associations in various disciplines, but most of them are technology dependent. And what I felt over the years, the younger generation of doctors have gradually deviated from the bedside clinical medicine, art of communication, ethics of practice, and also legal side of practice. We need to make a faithful marriage between the clinical medicine and the technology in order to reach betterment of the care or quality care. We are all trying to get a perfect decision, perfect medical practice. We are yet to reach to that level because our knowledge is inadequate. Our total knowledge of medical science is not like that of mathematics, that we have to take the help of statistics. That is why we have to make a faithful marriage between the clinical medicine and the technology so that the patients or the beneficiaries get the best of care. Another thing, very sad thing which is happening, that is what we find over the period of time, health service has become almost an industry. Obviously, this is a boon for the technological practice, but in a sense, we have to make the medical practice accessible to each and every member of the society. And that is one of the most important part of our clinical practice. If we cannot think of patient-centered care instead of person-oriented care, I think that is a negative aspect. And that's why we need to have more of a sensible summation of bedside practice, communication, ethics, technology. I do not declare the technology is not needed. It is needed in order to bridge up the imperfections in our clinical care. So obviously, we have to rechange or revisit medical practice in a way so that the patient who is a beneficiary gets the best of care. We are yet to get a personalized care, yet to get perfection in the medicine, but we are trying hard to get this. We do not know whether in our lifetime we can get the perfect medicine, because you are dealing with a heterogeneous people, with the biological differences. Obviously, practice is person-oriented. That is today and yesterday, if you think, it was the doctor-centered practice. Today is the patient-centered practice. So in order to get the patient-centered practice, we need to have a very careful summation of these two so that we do not become the victim of technology-oriented. You have all seen MRI, CT scan are needed, but you interpret in the context of patient. That is why we are doctors, doctors for the health service, and doctors are the people who need you most in times of emergency and the chronicity. So this is about the clinical medicine. And if I go to the program of today, I think it is all rounded with clinical issues. And that clinical issues should be disseminated in each and every center from the undergraduate class. So that is why the teachers and doctors must come together to come to a decision how to make best use of the both worlds so that the patient gets better quality care. So obviously this is the situation what is today. I am very pleased to be here in Tripura. I have got nostalgia. Nostalgia, I had been here a couple of times before. And more I see, Tripura has made a real remarkable improvement. In terms of what I visited today, I find a lot of improvement in the city of Agartala. And there is another nostalgia I have got because of Kavi Guru, Rabindranath Tagore. And I belong to the same district. I had the Pathshala teaching at the very core, and it is just 3 kilometers away from Shantiniketan in the district Shurul. And also what I find the people of Tripura, they're very, very gentle, hospitable, and I find this is the people whom we can associate easily, and this is one of the chief assets of Agartala, particularly Tripura. And it is a blend of nature and blend of nurture, and that is why you get the quality people from Agartala. And I have got so many students in Agartala that I remember those name by name from the last 50 years. So I have got a very soft corner for the Agartala, and I might give my best care to our Chief Minister, who is also a doctor, Professor Manik Shah. He is also an epitome of the healthcare so that we can get the best of medical healthcare in Agartala. So that is why I think Agartala, and this evening we are all clustered together to think about ourselves, to look at the future so that we can make the best of the both worlds. Thank you again for your kind attention.
Thank you so much, sir. Now, I'd like to invite our chief guest, Honorable Chief Minister, Government of Tripura, Professor Dr. Manik Shah, to share his inspiring words, sir.
Namaskar and good evening to all. In this program of 29th Annual Conference of Indian Association of Clinical Medicine, on dais, Professor Dr. Sukumar Mukherjee, Past President of Indian Association of Clinical Medicine, Dr. K.K. Parekh, National President, IACM, Dr. H.S. Pathak, Chairman, Scientific Committee, IACM, CYN President-elect, Professor M.M. Singh, Founder Secretary of National IACM, Dr. Subhash G. Gupta, Immediate Past President, Dr. Suresh Kushwaha, General Secretary IACM, Professor Dr. Pradeep Bhaumik, Organizing Chairman of IACM CON, and Professor Dr. Dev Prasad Chakraborty, Organizing Secretary, IACM CON, and of dais, our Honorable MLA, Sri Kishore Burman, and renowned ENT specialist of our state, Dr. Pramodesh Rai, Chairman, Tripura Medical College, and delegates from all corners of the country, eminent professors, lecturers, doctors, distinguished guests, PG students, members of organizing committee, media friends. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed guests, distinguished members of the medical community, and friends from the media. It is indeed an honor to stand before you today at the 29th National Conference of IACM CON 2023, organized by the Indian Association of Clinical Medicine, Tripura chapter. I am delighted to be a part of this event that makes a significant milestone for clinical medicine services in Tripura. First and foremost, I would like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the Indian Association of Clinical Medicine for their unwavering commitment to excellence in clinical medicine. The dedication and passion of the organizer, led by Dr. Pradeep Bhaumik and Dr. D.P. Chakraborty, are truly commendable. Their tireless efforts have brought us together on this platform to delve into the essential aspects and beauty of clinical medicine. The conference not only showcases the intellectual process of our medical professionals, but also highlights the strides we are making in fostering innovation and collaboration in the field of clinical medicine. The theme of embracing the transformative power of knowledge, collaboration, and innovation resonates deeply in today's dynamic healthcare landscape. In a world where the landscape of medicine is constantly evolving, it becomes imperative to recognize the foundational role of clinical knowledge. While advancements in investigative approaches are crucial, they are most effective when guided by a profound understanding of clinical nuances. The whole world has seen the tremendous role played by the medical professionals during the COVID pandemic. The conference provides a unique opportunity for more than 30 national acclaimed clinicians to share their insights, contributing to the rich tapestry of clinical medicine. As we chart new frontiers in clinical medicine during IACM CON 2023, let us not only focus on the advancements within our state, but also consider the broader impact on the nation. The collaborative efforts of the medical community, coupled with government support, can lead to a healthier, more resilient future for our beloved Tripura and the entire nation. Our Honorable Prime Minister Modi's vision has brought revolution in the healthcare sector through the successful implementation of various programs. For example, Mission Indradhanush, Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana, etc. I hope this ideology of compassion and universal coverage will resonate with every conclave of the medical profession. I encourage all participants to actively engage in discussion, share and experiences, and foster connections that go beyond these 3 days conference. Together, let us work together towards a future where the fruits of our collective knowledge and innovation benefits not only the medical community but every citizen of our state and the nation at large. I wish you all a fruitful and enlightening conference. With this, I conclude my speech. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiring words. Now, it's time to express our gratitude with a memento. And for that, I would like to request Professor Dr. Arindam Datta to present the